Alan Peachy.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. I'm pleased to speak in support of the Education Amendment Bill number 4. And as Chair of the Select Committee that held the hearings into the bill and reported back with some constructive changes, I'd like to acknowledge the role of the Select Committee, including the cooperation of opposition parties in getting this job done. And I'd also like to acknowledge the assistance and cooperation of the officials. The Minister has very, very clearly outlined the provisions of the bill, and I don't need to repeat that, but I just want to say a couple of things. One is whether we're talking about the changes to the legal framework of NZQA or the establishment of the new Crown Agency Education that the Minister has been issued directions on service fees. This is good legislation. It is aimed at and will achieve greater accountability in the tertiary sector. It will achieve higher performance, and it will take New Zealand tertiary education forward into the future. And if I may just make one comment about the arguments being advanced by the Labour opposition, it's a little bit disappointing that the opposition, while they support the bill, and we very much appreciate that, I'm just a little bit disappointed at the continual linkages that keep being made to a piece of legislation which, frankly, in my mind, is actually irrelevant to this bill. The thrust of this bill, as the opposition well understands, and I reiterate my gratitude to the opposition for their support of the bill and their work in the Select Committee, this is all about rising quality, rising accountability, a better tertiary education system in New Zealand, and a better international education system. Sir, I commend the bill to the House.
Point of order, the Honourable Simon Power.
Mr Speaker, I seek leave to make a personal explanation to correct an answer I gave in response to an oral question this afternoon.
Leave is sought for that purpose. Is there anyone opposed to that course of action? There appears not. Honourable Simon Power.
Colleagues, earlier this afternoon, Mr Speaker, I was asked by the Honourable Leanne Dalzell if I knew whether the Attorney-General shares the concerns expressed by the Judiciary about the Criminal Procedure Reform and Modernisation Bill. In response, I said that, quote, my memory, and I stand to be corrected, is that the Attorney-General gave the bill a clear vet, end quote. By way of clarification, with respect to the issue of identification of issues in dispute, the subject of the primary question, the bill received a clean vet from the Attorney-General. However, the Attorney-General issued 2 Section 7 reports, one relating specifically to the proposed jury trial threshold and the other relating to 3 other proposals. 2 of these have since been amended by Select Committee to address the concerns of the Attorney-General, and the 3rd, concerning retrials, is pre-existing legislation.
House has accepted the Minister's explanation. Grant Roberts.